It's a great Tuesday. You know what happens on Tuesday. That's why you're here. Transformer Tuesday is always on Tuesday. So before we get into that, you do that. Of course, hit that subscribe. All those people who have subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And to all those who will subscribe, thank you so much for getting us closer, hitting that 1,000. That's what we ultimately want, and you guys can ultimately get us there. So, like I said, thank everybody so much. Now we have Starscream. You could see it from the thumbnail. You could see it from the little description underneath. We have Starscream, Power of the Prime. We've been doing Power of the Prime the last few weeks. Rodimus was a little bit of a miss. Inferno, a little bit of a hit. Now we're going to see what this is going to be. But you know how I always do. I always check out the instruction manual first. So, of course, like always, and I tell you guys, if you want to take a look at that, you can pause for the cause. We've got a little bit of artwork on the front. You could just pause wherever you need be. The weapons was not taken out because, you know, those get scattered and everywhere, so it's quite hard. And now we do have a little second part. These other pieces can be added to him. And there's a little bit of a weirdness or a secret to it. Of course, the AC turns out right in the middle, right? That was the AC in the background. If you didn't hear, if you was wondering what you were hearing. So as Power of the Prime Starscream, we see he has the, I'll just pan up a drop there. He has the king's hat on. We all know what famous thing that was. You can see all the pieces right there. Now let's put that over here, because we're gonna get right into it right there. Let's just pan up a drop there. So you can see all the weapons. Like I said, we didn't take the weapons out. There's no real need to. But now I'm gonna say this up front. I always say the 80s ones had the better vehicles, and I feel like the jets from the 80s was way better looking. You can open this one up here. Now the 80s actually opened up like the real deal, like the real one in the real world. But that opens like that. You can put this little dude in here. He can go in there and, I guess, fly Starscream or whatever. But as you can see there, a little look around. He looks bulky. It looks like a jet on top of a transformer. That's what they don't like. The ones from the 80s look like real jets. They were slick. They were cool looking. They had a little bit of something to them, but we'll get a little close-up of everything so you could take a little look around like a 360. Now, transforming is not that difficult. So what you're going to do is, I would first, well, fold the little tail parts right there, and you pull down on here. There we go. They fold, well, this is going to fold over, but as you can see, they kind of fold in on themselves when he's becoming a jet. When he's in robot mode, these are going to fold down, so you can hook them up right there. The feet are already formed, so it's not all that big of a deal. Now, the one little thing when I was transforming him, and there is a little secret in here, we'll get into that in a little while, is this thing folds. It's got a little, let me see if I can get a good look at it. It's got a little like piece that goes into a little slot right there, and you just twist this around. You can see the slot a little bit better. Now when he goes back to this side, you can see it kind of fold in there, and that locks that in place when he's in his robot mode. And these can fold back a little bit. Now he looks awesome like this, like no doubt, always the robot mode. We'll get into that in a second though. But in the robot mode, he looks really, really amazing. You have articulation in the knees and the hips. He doesn't do the twist like some of them. He got a little bit of articulation around the arms, the elbows, the shoulders, but not a great deal of articulation. I'll fold that down. but he definitely has the articulation. As you could see him in robot mode right here. Get a really good look at him. And he's very posable into different forms, into different poses. I mean, not forms, but different poses. That's the thing. The modern ones are very good in robot mode, posability, and everything like that. They do definitely beat the 80s ones, but in vehicle mode, the 80s wins. If they could just find a happy medium, we could all be happy again, right? I just saw something I was thinking about that we could do another video on. But anyway, so the secret I'm talking about, and it looks odd. I couldn't figure it out. I thought it would be able to be put over this mode, if you will. But let me see here. Of course, it's going to give me problems right now, right? But this folds up. There we go. And inside, like I said, when we saw on the side, we saw the King Starscream. It is here. Now, I was thinking, how does this fold up and go up here? But it doesn't. This is what I'm saying when I said it's freaking odd. So basically, these twist around, this twists around like so. It opens. And then this one twists around. And this is completely and utterly hideous. But basically, this little, it's got a little flip light. Just give me a second. I'll take it off camera for a minute because I just want to take a look at it. It's a little delicate, so I want to be careful with it. Does it flip like there it goes? That's what flips out. So that goes like that for some really odd reason. And then this twists back around. And I'm sorry, but this is ugly and awful looking. It kind of fits in this little slot right here like so. But this is supposed to be him in King Starscream mode, which is pretty damn hideous if you ask me. Oh, and these fold under like that so he can stand, if you can call it that. But pretty damn hideous if I say so myself. I would never put him in that mode. So it's cool to have the King's little king hat here, or king's head, whatever you want to call it. It's cool to have it, but would I want it that way? No. It is just completely horrible looking. That they did better in the robot mode, but God, they just destroyed that. That is awful. pretty damn awful if you ask me. But I wouldn't want to see that hideous ass thing. Not my cup of tea. As I try to tuck him back in, I don't think it goes like that or like this. I knew it. It's got to give me a problem, right? There we go. I folded them back in. We're in business. So, spin that bad boy around. Flip these back down. And I can start grading him. Now from 1 to 10, vehicle mode. 2. It's just horrible looking. It doesn't look like a robot that transformed. It looks like a jet on top of a robot. So the airplane or vehicle mode definitely gets a 2 out of 10. Robot mode, this robot mode, definitely give him a 7 out of 10. The King Starscream, a 4 at best. So there you have it, people. That's my take on it. Starscream, Power of the Prime. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And like always, I tell you, have a great, great day.